Well, do you like chocolate? I bet you many. Do you know that women like chocolate more than men? That's right. Miles Everett is with me every now and then. He is the coordinator of the Bristol Hospital Diabetes Center. He was with me a couple of weeks ago. Miles, good morning. Good morning.
I'm here.
Okay. I think were you eating a chocolate bar?
I wish.
How about chocolate? I have read a little bit about it, and people say that chocolate in some areas is good for you.
It does seem to be. There's something called flavanols. You can find it in red wine and you can find it in apple skins, but there's a real high concentration of it in cocoa powder. And it seems to be there's some indication that it's good for your blood pressure and even for your brain, making new cells and making new connections. And
it can help you, I understand, to cure depression if you are depressed from time to time.
Well, it certainly makes you happy. I don't know if there's any research on that yet, but, there are lots of people who will say, yes, it does work.
Now, what, Miles, though, on the other side, what is bad about chocolate?
Well, the two problems there are the calories. For one, like a normal-sized small bar of chocolate is going to cost you somewhere between 190 and 210 calories, as opposed to an orange, which is, say, 82. So there are all the calories, and that can put the weight on you. That's no good. But then there's also the saturated fat that comes from the cocoa butter. And saturated fat is related to clogging up your arteries. So those things you want to watch out for.
So just be careful, that's all, huh?
Yeah, this is one of those things where, since it's going to come with some saturated fat most of the time, probably the best form would be to get it from cocoa powder, like a Toll House. Because when they ferment the chocolate, or they pulverize it, or they alkalize it, that's the Dutch process, some of those flavanols disappear, so you lose the benefit. So one of the few places it seems that you can get is just like unsweetened cocoa powder. But, if you're going to have the regular chocolate, go for the dark. Do moderate portions, but in the meantime, take care of the saturated fat in the rest of your diet. Go to low-fat meats, go to low-fat dairy, and get your whole grains in there.
Now, Miles, you are the coordinator of the Bristol Hospital Diabetes Center, and your hospital is really on the move. But everything that I read from time to time, and I do a lot of reading, this whole diabetes situation, even with young people, what is causing so much of this particular disease?
Mostly the overweight.
It's overweight.
Overweight will do it, and being sedentary. So both those things are you want to go out to try to prevent it. Kids aren't outside as much and running around as much anymore. They need that. And certainly to keep an eye on their diets, too, and make sure they get their fruits and vegetables and, stay away from too much junk food.
And again, the weight and really America.
Yes.
America has a weight problem, Miles, whether we want to admit it or not.
Yes, we do. We're sort of known for it now.
And again, diabetes is a major killer too in some situations.
Oh, absolutely, because it's systemic. It's in your blood, and your blood goes everywhere in your body, and it'll go to the more delicate places and hurt those first: your eyes, your kidneys, your feet, and particularly your heart. That muscle that works so hard all your life. You want to make it as easy as you can for it.
I want to give you the number, friends, that you can get a hold of Miles at the Bristol Hospital, the Diabetes Center. If you want to talk, if you need some help, here it is, 860-940-6300. 860-940-6300. Okay? Miles, again, it's great to talk with you, and I'll be seeing you, I'm sure, in a couple of weeks, and your advice on chocolate that is good for you in many instances, but just watch how much you eat, right?
That's it. Always good to visit you, Brad.
Hey, thank you, Miles. Again, the telephone number, my friends, at Bristol Hospital's Diabetes Center, 860-940-6300. Have a good weekend, Miles.
You too. Take care.
You bet. Okay, my friends, 20 minutes now before 9 o'clock.